Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English. In this video, I will talk about a famous story, The Old Man at the Bridge, written by the famous poet, the famous 20th century writer, Ernest Hemingway. And it's a short story. It was written in 1938. It was written in 1938. And this story is set during the Spanish Civil War. And in his simple and powerful style, Ernest Hemingway presents a moving encounter between a soldier and an old man who has been forced to flee his town, to go away from the town. Through this brief conversation, the story explores the devastating effects of war on ordinary and innocent people. The old man, who only cared for his animal and who had no political involvement, he becomes a quiet symbol of the countless lives uprooted and forgotten in the chaos of the conflict. So the story has a background of Spanish Civil War in 1930s in 1938. To begin with, the story takes place during the Spanish Civil War near a pontoon bridge over River, Ebro River, which is in the northeastern Spain. Refugees, which involve men, women, and children, they are fleeing their town. They are leaving the town, escaping the approaching fascist army. So they are just moving away from the town to escape, to just save their lives. There's dust everywhere. Carts are being pulled by the mules, soldiers are helping people to get across, and the whole scene is filled with the fear and the urgency. Everybody is leaving the town just to escape from the fascist army. This is the Spanish Civil War is going on near pontoon bridge over the Ebro River. So among this movement and the chaos, there's one old man who is not going anywhere, who is just sitting alone by the roadside, not moving at all. The narrator, the narrator could be the soldier, it could also be war scout. The narrator who is on duty, his job is to cross the bridge and observe how close the enemy is and report back. That is the duty of the narrator. The narrator notices the old man still sitting there when he returns. Everyone else has moved on, but the old man has not. The old man is still being seated. So the narrator talks to the old man and asks, "Where is he from?" The old man says, "I am from San Carlos." San Carlos, which is the old man's hometown and representing a place of safety. So the old man says that I'm from my hometown called San Carlos, and he smiles when he gives his introduction. So that was his hometown, and the smile shows how much he loved it, even though he had to leave it. How much he loved this his own hometown, even though he had to leave. Then the old man explains that he was the last one to leave San Carlos. He stayed behind to take care of his animals. He's not a soldier, he's not a fighter, he's just a simple man who cared about his pets. So he told that he was the only one person who was left out because of his animals, because he loved his animals and he could not leave his animals alone. So that's the reason that he's the only one left out. He's not a soldier, he's not a fighter, he's a very simple person. This immediately makes him stand out as a symbol of innocent people who are suffering in the war. So then the old man had, which are the animals the old man had? The old man had two goats, one cat, and four pairs of pigeons. He had to leave them behind because of the artillery, the heavy weapons. A captain ordered him to evacuate, so he walked 12 kilometers to this point, but he is now too tired to go any further. So he has left his town San Carlos, and he has reached 12 kilometers away from his town, and now he is very much tired. He had left behind his two goats, one cat, four pairs of pigeons. He is very much tired. He is unable to move further. So, even though his life is in danger, the old man keeps talking about his animals, and he says he's sure that the cat will survive because cats are independent. He's very hopeful about the pigeons. He says pigeons might fly away if the cage was left open. He's worried about the gods because they are helpless without someone to care for them. So still he's worried about his animals. He's thinking about his animals, and he's trying to empathize himself. He's trying to convince himself that all the animals, his own animals, will be alive and will can look after themselves. This shows his deep emotional attachment and also reflects his own helplessness, like the gods. Like God, he is also helpless because the gods cannot survive on his own, right? Then, when he was asked, does he have any family? He said, no, I don't have any family. I have only my pet animals. Two goats, one cat, four pairs of pigeons. That's my family. This means he has no one to care for him, no place to go, no purpose anymore. He doesn't care about politics or any sides in the war. He is just an old man caught in the middle. Then the narrator kindly tells him, narrator says that trucks are moving towards Barcelona and he can go there. The narrator says, sir, trucks are going towards Barcelona. I request you, you just enter this truck and you just go to Barcelona. Don't stay here. It's not a safe place. But the old man replies that he knows no one in that direction. He says, I'm sorry. I don't know anybody there. I have no idea about this direction. He thanks the narrator, but he's clearly too exhausted and he's very confused to move, right? Then the old man keeps repeating. He keeps repeating, I was taking care of animals. I was taking care of animals, almost like he's trying to remind himself who he was, of what gave his life meaning. So he was trying to remind himself that he's an old man who had two goats, one pair of four pairs of pigeon, one cat. So he's keep on reminding himself that I was taking care of animals so that he can remember who he was. But now the meaning has gone. There's no meaning. He sits down again. He's unable to walk any further physically or emotionally. He is tired. So the story ends with a very gloomy picture. It is Easter Sunday, a time which is usually associated with hope and resurrection, but here it is filled with sadness and death. The sky is overcast, so there are no enemy planes in the sky. That's the only small good luck the person has. The narrator says the fact that the cats know how to look after themselves was all the good luck that the old man would ever have. The narrator says that the fact that the cats know how to look after themselves was all the good luck the old man would ever have. Otherwise, these cats would also not been present over there. This suggests that the old man is likely going to die there, either from exhaustion or when the enemy arrives. His life has been reduced to worry over the fate of a few animals, showing the deep emotional and psychological damage war does to the ordinary people. So this is how the story ends, and we can sum up saying the story, an old man at the bridge, the old man at the bridge does not describe a battle. It's not describing any battle. It shows the emotional impact of war. It's showing What is the impact of war on the people? The old man is a symbol of innocent suffering, especially the elderly and displaced. His love for animals, his helplessness, and the uncaring progress of war around him create a deeply emotional, quiet tragedy. The poet uses simple language but powerful symbolism to explore how war destroys not just the lives but also the meaning and the identity of the people. So, friends, this is how I have tried to summarize the interesting story, The Old Man at the Bridge, which happened during the Spanish War in 1938. So, hope you have liked this video. Subscribe the channel, click on the like button, write in the comment box, and thank you so much for watching this video. Stay in tune with Mukesh English for many videos, summary, question answers, model question paper, exam preparation questions, everything will be available very shortly. So stay tuned with Mukesh English.